A very good morning to my lovely students. Today we are going to read the chapter The Selfish Giant. Giant means something very huge and big. Now just see what is in the chapter we are going to read. The Giant's Castle. Now there is one giant, a big and huge person, very cruel. Castle means a building, huge building and strong building that has pillars all around. Has a huge garden. Now just see, the giant's castle has a huge garden. Now there is a castle that belongs to giant and it is very big. You can see in the picture also, very huge. It has many flowers. Every afternoon children of the village play in the garden. Now you can see many children playing in the garden. They are enjoying in the garden. Where is the castle? Huge castle is there and there is a garden. What fun we have in this garden. Now children are talking about that we used to have fun over here. But what happens when the giant comes back? These children are scared that what will happen when the giant will come back to his castle. Well, the giant has gone to visit his friends and it has been many years. Now for many years giant has not visited the castle. Let us hope he never comes back. Now children are talking that let us hope that the giant never come back. But what happens one day? One day the giant comes back. Now he is back. What he will do? He sees the children playing in the garden. He is very angry. Now when he saw that children playing in the garden, he gets very angry at children. What are you doing here? This is my garden. I will not allow you to play here. Now the giant says, what you all are doing here? This garden belongs to me. I will not let you play here. Now, so he builds a high wall around the garden and puts a notice at the gate that no outsider is allowed in the castle. Now just see, trespassers will be prosecuted. It means that the outsiders that did not belong to the castle will not enter here. You see, he is a selfish giant. Now we can see the title of the story is Selfish Giant. Now we come to know that he is a very selfish person. He wants only garden for himself, not for children. What happens next? The children have nowhere to play now. The children has no place to play in the village. How happy we were there. The children say, we were so happy there, no? Now what happens? Then spring comes. The whole country blooms with flowers except for giant's garden. Spring does not visit his garden. Now spring is the season. Like we have winter, summer, autumn, then we have spring season. Spring is the season, the time when the flowers bloom. A very beautiful season. The spring comes now. Which season has come? Spring season has come. The whole country bloom with the flowers because of spring season. Except for the giant's garden. But there was no spring, no blooming of flowers in the giant's garden. Spring does not visit his garden. There is no spring. Everything is dry. You can see everything is dry. Trees are dry. No flowers. I cannot understand why spring is late in my garden. Now the giant said, I did not understand that why spring is not in my garden. Why my garden is not at all blooming. The only people who live in the garden are Frost and Snow. Now we can see the only two people are living there, Frost and Snow. Spring has forgotten this garden. Now they are talking. Snow and the Frost are talking that spring has forgotten this garden. We can live here all the year round. Now they say that as spring did not visit this garden the whole year, we can live in the castle. Now the giant is sad. Why giant is sad? Because he was waiting for the spring season. Spring is really beautiful season. He waits for spring, but spring does not come. One day he hears lovely music from the garden. He comes out of his castle and sees a little bird on a tree singing a beautiful song. Now, as he was waiting for the spring, right? He was waiting for the birds to chirp on the trees. Now, suddenly he saw that one day he hears a lovely music from the garden. The music was made by a little bird. He comes out of his castle and sees a little bird on a tree singing a beautiful song. He felt very happy. Oh, what lovely music. I think spring has come at last. He says, wow, what a lovely music you are making. I hope the spring is here in the castle at last. Next day we will see what will happen. He peeps. Peeps means to look out. He peeps out of the window and sees a lovely sight. What is the sight? He sees some children creeping in through a little hole in the wall. He saw that little children are creeping. They are hiding themselves and they are creeping into the little hole in the wall. He sees them playing under the tree. He sees the children are playing under the tree. The tree is so glad to have children back again that it covers itself with flowers. Now the tree felt very happy that children are there. So the tree covers itself with flowers. Now there is a spring on the tree. As spring has started to bloom. How selfish I have been. I have been punished for not sharing my garden with the children. The giant's heart melts. With tears in his eye, he thinks about it. Now he talks to himself that how selfish I have been. I have been punished for not sharing my garden with the children. So I should punish myself for not sharing the garden with the little children. Now what is the next step he's going to do? So he breaks the wall around his garden. What he started doing? He started breaking the wall, the huge wall around the castle. Why he breaks the wall? He wants the children daily to visit the castle and play there. Next, see what happens in the end. Now, just see in the picture how happy the giant is. Children are playing with him. All around we can see there are flowers and fruits and birds singing. Now, he allows the children in his garden. Soon his garden is filled with the laughter of children. Now, the giant often joins the children in their games. So what? Children are in the garden. Giant is happy. All around there are flowers. So, happy environment is created by the giant. Now, years go by and giant grows old and feeble. Feeble means very weak. As a person grows old, he gets weak also. So, now we can see in the picture that giant is growing old and weak. He can no longer play with the children, but he sits and watches the children play. Now, he cannot play with the children because of his age, but he used to sit and watch children playing. He used to enjoy children, looking at the children. Believe me, spring now never forgets to visit the giant's garden. So, as children are visiting the garden, so spring also never forget to visit giant's garden. Giant was very happy as he was able to make someone happy. Now, just see message. Happiness lies in sharing and caring. So, true happiness lies in which things? Sharing. to share something as giant has shared his garden, and caring as giant was caring for the children. Thank you, students. Hope you enjoyed the chapter.